Welcome back for my eighth lecture. Right? Yeah, eighth lecture on SOAPUI, and this is for functional testing. So we had this unsuccessful attempt for. Now we ran actually. We successfully ran this pet store thing. Guess what? I want to move it upstairs. Can I? Move it this down. It's not working. Okay, so actually, guess what? I'll delete this. This is anyway. It's not working. So, no. Okay. So what happens is, I mean, this is working, but thing is, assertion was not possible, and load testing is not possible for this. It's completely irrelevant. It's not working. Now we will do one more actually for functional testing. This is not for REST, but of course you will be using this REST, of course. But I'll be showing you of how to do a functional testing. Now, doing a functional testing as a tester is easier. Just open the browser and use this website. Let's say I have this website. It's demoqa.com, and actually I have this demo Borland demo post that's not working for some reason. Oh, it's working. That's good. Today it's working. So let's try for this one instead of this. Okay, let's try if this is working. That's good. I'll add it to this list. I thought it was not working, so okay, good. Now let's try to do this. I have not done that before for demo online. So you know what, for testing, manual testing, for a manual tester, just click these buttons and you see all this, and this is pretty easy. But for doing as testing in SOAPUI is a little different here. Go ahead and click on REST and click on that particular URL and go ahead and click on that. Okay, and REST, we will rename this one. Last time we had this unsuccessful attempt. I hope this doesn't happen. If this happens, if this runs good, I'll delete that one because there's some mistake in that point actually. So let's run this. It's running, it's installizing. Good. Here service end, this is demo online, this is good. Resources, methods, simple, and we don't have anything to run here, so this is good. So this looks good. Now we'll close this one. Alright, now what we'll do here is we need this. I'm sorry, I keep getting this wrong. Alright, so there are multiple ways of doing this. I'll create a test case like this. I can create a load test for this like this, or just one test case for demo, and this is you know what, I'll put demo Borland, Borland green post, I'll just put GMO online. GMO is better. Okay, now close this one. So I'm not going to run anything from here because that's directly running from server. I'm going to run from here. So I'll run the script. Okay, good. Now let's run this script. Okay. Oh, this is good. This was fantastic. I'm sorry, that was just the whole this. Let's run the script. Yeah. So this is what the page. So this is the testing. This is an XML format. Luckily, this is not JSON, XML. Then that's a good thing, because that one REST we saw. I'm sorry, not this one. Which we did right previously, which was unsuccessful attempt. Pet store, that was in JSON script. This is HTML. This should not give any issues. I am hoping so. I'll create assertion. Oh, that's good. So let's say I'm creating a session for this. Welcome to Green Post Outpost Online. So this was working like a charm. This is good. So go ahead and click on contain, and I'll use this. Go ahead and now let's run this. It has failed. Let's see where it has failed. So let's remove this. It's not supposed to find it in. Actually, you can do this in multiple ways, and you can use a. Okay, now let's run this. Now you see this assertion has valid and welcome to Green Post Outpost. This title worked successfully. So the point is, this is application testing. I'm sorry, functional testing. Yeah, application testing. But this is web application. So this is good. This is very good. This also you can take it as REST, because this is also REST. But this is in XML format. We try to do in JSON format, which is a pretty lengthy and pretty heavy code. I mean, that's pretty heavy, and it takes my memory. It takes like everything you've seen, right? I mean, that's too much. If you have a high-end computer, like if you're using gaming computer, and if you're using this, do it, because 16 GB RAM will still be a shortage, because that is very heavy. JSON running in JSON, this is pretty heavy. This is simple testing in web application. Supposed to run this, but can I add one more assertion? Yeah, I can add multiple assertions. So I can add any script or SLA. If I have this SLA, hold on. So if I don't see this anything SLA here, but let me add one more assertions. We didn't ever add this 2 assertions, 3 assertions, right? But okay, we'll go to this. This is not working for some reason. So we'll just take this one. So I'm just using this. Okay, we'll remove this. Okay, and add this. We are just going into content. SLA is something which is not working. So let's run it again. It worked. No, it worked fine. Okay, so this is how you do functional testing for an application, for any application. Let's save it. Okay, let's save this. So I mean, I don't care for saving, but it's for you. So I'm going to delete it. This is taking too much of my resources. So probably I'm going to delete this at one point of time, and add a new. Oops, sorry. SOAPUI, and I'll add a new folder, functional testing. Okay, and I'll add this G also, so that should be good. Okay, so this is the functional. That's it. This is the functional testing. You don't get much of things. You just have to see this logs, and this logs is green color. That's good. Yeah, this is the website. This is the website for this, and HTTP log looks good. There's no error logs. Error logs only shows up if there are errors. VSRM, we don't have VSM errors. This memory log, this is really good. Not utilizing too much of memory. Okay, so this is good. Now let's try to do this load testing for this same thing. Let's close this. This should be good for this one. We'll use thread as, don't use too much. Sample delay, time delay 100. I'm not sure this is all. We'll try to do this. Okay, this is working. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are trying to do this load testing, and this will be pretty quick, and we already done this before, so I don't think this will be a big deal for you. Oh, always keep this memory log open, and I will also see my CPU memory. This is utilizing a lot of memory, man. CPU memory, this CPU and disk is not important. My RAM is important. My RAM is, if I'm using complete my RAM, then my SOAPUI will get stuck like before, but this is not going to happen for this. This is simple website. GMO, because this we are not doing REST, although we are using the REST component here, but what we are trying to do, we did functional testing, just added assertions. That's what we do, and ran the script. And there are multiple assertions that you can use. We have seen that's a lot of assertions. SLA we didn't use, right? SLA we used only for security testing, but you can use that SLA too. Okay, good. We have successfully used this. See the SOAPUI log. Everything looks good. This green color looks good. HTTP log. Okay. And again, open the graph. See the graph. Ouch. And this. Oh yeah, that's good. If you want, take a screenshot and use it. You can do that. Or data, you can use all this data. I'm not utilizing for this specific one because we have done this, so I'm not going through all this one. Okay, so that's pretty much for load testing. We have already done that load testing, right? We are doing this for functional testing. This is functional testing. Okay, let's close this. You can do this. I mean, you can repeat the same thing again. Go ahead and create a security testing. We just do pretty quick here. Security testing. Click on this. Go ahead and click on cross-site scripting. Label. We'll choose property username and add it. Close. Okay. And run the script. Ta-da! Green color is good. Green color means there's no issues. The red color means you have issues. That means when you are cross-scripting in security testing, you are searching for that particular that word in that script, so that you might get an error, so that will be a problematic. So this looks good. Oops, something happened. Just refresh it. Okay, this is good. So I will disable this and add new. This time we'll add. See, this requires assertions. Okay, and we don't have XML bomb here. We had this XML bomb in previous, right? Fuzzing scan. Let's try to do this fuzzing scan. We will use this password. There's too much of usage of that. We'll use password of. Let's use password of soup. Why everything has to get passed? Something has to get failed, right? Let's see this. This is what I'm using as password. This requires a session. I will use SOAPUI. Okay. Okay. And let's run this. We got errors. So got plenty of errors. That's what I wanted. Why everything has to get passed, right? Something has to get failed. So this has plenty of errors here. So this is actually, it sends a request and it gets failed because you found something relevant for that particular token what we have given. So there are 100 things which has issues and you have to fix that issues. Okay, so once you get this, then you go to the developer and see this. Let's remove this and try to run it again. Say missing assertions. Okay. So the assertions was not there. So this is how you can do the security testing. Okay, good. So this was not really good because what, we'll add a response time and click on OK, and let's see what happens. Where is one alert? I use 200 as SLA, but SLA is 249, so 220, 536. It's not matching. It has to match with a response time with this. So that's why you are getting so many errors. The rest looks good. 311, 347. It's good. So always save this file as .log file and see this logs, and you can get it. So that's pretty much for security testing. We will disable this. You know what? Just want to remove this, and we will enable and run it. Doesn't look good. Looks good. So okay, so cross-site scripting went good. You use this username as that one. Probably you can use more other user ID too and password for this one. I think this is fun. This is something which is not done before. I think for security testing, that's it. So it's successfully done and there's no errors. But technically there should be errors so that that there's something wrong with that. So that's pretty much for functional testing. So in the functional testing, you could do this everything. Although you use as a REST, you create as a representational state transfer, but here what exactly you're doing is you are actually doing functional testing. Okay, you're doing functional testing. So when you're doing functional testing, you are doing this test case for this one. All right, this is XML file, so this is pretty good, and we've done for 2 assertions. Both are really valid. That's really good. We did load testing too. Okay, that was really good. I didn't save the data, sorry about that, but that you have to do. For one I have done already, right? So this one you take it as homework, save the data, see the threads, change as per your requirement, how much threads you want. Strategy, you want the burst, simple thread or variance, it's up to you. I use the simple one. And get the graphs. Once you get the graphs, save it in dots, take the screenshot and save it. That should be good. Then we did security testing. Security testing, not for all of them, but we did for cross-testing. You can do for any of this, like boundary scans, XPath, SQL injection. There's supposed to be one more XML bomb, right? That thing didn't came for this. The reason because this is XML file. That is, this was for um, number conversion was really complex because that was for. I'm sorry, which we did for. I'm supposed to save this, right? I didn't save this. Too bad. Load test 1, that's good. We did load test. Something is missing here. I didn't save that one. Too bad. So I'm supposed to save this. So we did load testing. We did, of course, but it's not. So, and also pet store. Pet store is pending. Pet store we did it, but thing is you cannot you're not able to add assertion. The reason because it's taking too much of my memory, and this is getting stuck. It's taking too much memory because it's very large. It's a JSON format, and it's a very large scale. Not that I cannot do it. It's taking too long. We don't. You try it at home. Better if you're having better configuration. Mine is not too. It's if you have 16 GB RAM, it should be good. It will run faster. But if it's this is really taking too much of long time. So that's pretty much. Probably you can practice it by installing. So I've given already in the lecture 1 how to install it. That was introduction, and you can practice it. The more you practice, the better you get into this. So that's pretty much about SOAPUI. So let's recap pretty quick in 2 minutes. So what we did first, so first one was this introduction. In the lecture 1 we just did an introduction. Second was in installation, how to install SOAPUI, and third one we did like various components, just how to just view these components, and the fourth one was running visual scripts. Okay, and the fifth one was we did load testing, for in Visual, and the sixth one is security testing we did, and seventh one is unsuccessful attempt of REST testing using SOAPUI. REST was in JSON format, so that thing, sorry about that, it ran successfully, but I was not able to add assertion for some reasons. But 8 class functional testing, that was this one, it was successful, and we did it successfully. So that's pretty much. I mean, that doesn't end here. There is a lot. I mean, if you're using in some project, to be honest, it should be used in government project, because this security testing, there is a lot of things here to be done. But you have to do a lot of things, but unfortunately, these guys don't have that much resource. So, but yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, that's the usage of SOAPUI. Okay, there's more to do actually. You can monitor APIs. You can do a lot more things. Oh no, this is for Pro, I guess Pro. So always check the SOAPUI log, HTTP log, and if you have errors, look at the errors log. Errors will see what exactly the error is. So that's pretty much. I'll end up here. So I hope you like this class. Okay, I know it was not completely in detail, but it gives some. So probably I'll just put as introduction to SOAPUI testing. That should be good, because this is a lot, man. There's a lot to do here. And JSON, we didn't even run this JSON. That's too bad. I wanted this JSON to be run, but of course we cannot run any load testing on that, and no security testing for that. That's almost was impossible to do that. Okay, So thanks for watching, and I hope you like this video. And if you have any questions, of course you can Google it. You're more than welcome to see that. You can use this, see here and get started. You can use this one, or if you have more questions, yeah, this doesn't work, man. This I tried this one. This is yeah, this is supposed to work, but in here it shows very simple, but for some reason it's not working. Okay, so or probably I use a different URL. You can try it at home. You can try this URL and try this. Okay, and yeah, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me at my email ID. Okay, if you have any questions. So that's pretty much. Okay, I hope you like this video, and will I hope you find it useful. This more than I'll be more than happy if you find it useful, that you learned something and you got some knowledge. Most importantly, install this and practice it. That will help you a lot. Okay, and thanks for watching and good luck.